Tom Cotton of Arkansas. He's a member of the Armed Services and Intelligence Committees. Senator, always great to talk to you. Let's start. Obviously, everybody's talking about DACA. Would you be willing to work with Democrats to pass a clean bill to keep dreamers in the United States and not have them deported?
Joe, I'm willing to work with Democrats to try to solve the problem that President Obama's unlawful executive order created, which is creating legal status temporarily for these 600 to 800,000 people who are in their 20s and 30s now. But we have to recognize if we do that, we're going to create some negative consequences. One, of course, we're going to encourage more illegal immigration with children in the future, which is dangerous. And two, we're going to create a whole new category of people who can be granted legal status through unlimited family reunification. The parents of these people, who are the very people who brought them here illegally.
Can you not draft the bill tightly enough that it pertains to the 600,000? I think I've heard 800,000, 600,000. I think it's actually closer to 600,000. But Alex, check on that. But can't you draft some legislation that is tightly drafted just to apply to those 600,000 dreamers?
No, Joe, I think we can, but we'll have to change the underlying law, because if we do so, as you say, just applying to those 600,000 people, under current immigration law, they can then get legal status ultimately for their parents and their siblings, and those people can get legal status for their spouses and so on and so forth. But if we pass something like my bill, the RAISE Act, which stops family reunification at spouses and unmarried minor children, and reorients immigration towards high-skilled immigration. And also we have enhanced enforcement, like say more employment verification, so business owners can't hire and abuse illegal immigrants. Then we're not trying to do everything under the sun on immigration, but we are addressing the problem immediately in front of us and mitigating the negative consequences of that.
So would your bill include the 600,000 dreamers, giving them permanent legal status?
Well, so my legislation doesn't include that now, but what I'm proposing is that we could sit down, negotiate, include legal status for the 600,000 to 800,000 people who are covered by the DACA program, and address the problems that would create as a secondary effect, making sure that we're not opening up legal status for the people who violated the law in the first place, and that we're not encouraging parents in the future to bring their children across our border, which is a very dangerous thing to do, as we've seen in the news this summer with people asphyxiating in box trucks in Texas. So I'm saying that we shouldn't try to do the same thing that Congress has failed to do 3 times in the last 11 years, which is solve every single problem we have. We should address the problem that's in front of us and mitigate the consequences of that action. That's what President Trump wants to do. That's what we've discussed. That's what he said in his statement yesterday.
So, Senator Cotton, you started to answer my question there. What is your interpretation of the president's position on DACA, and what was your interpretation of what Attorney General Sessions did yesterday? Many people say he didn't really end DACA. He just ended President Obama's program that was untenable, but then asked the United States Congress to take care of it and codify it, make it into a law. Is that your read of it?
Well, Willie, that's an important point, because I don't think President Trump and Attorney General Sessions could plausibly defend this matter in court. And by extending it for 6 months, it gives Congress the opportunity to take legislative action to resolve this problem. Again, President Trump has said that he wants to take care of these people. I'm fine doing that as long as we mitigate the consequences of taking care of them. That would be my legislation, the RAISE Act, which would stop the unlimited chain migration that legalizing these 600,000 to 800,000 people would do, and more enforcement, like say workplace employment verification, so businesses can't hire more illegal immigrants, which is going to encourage more illegal immigration in the future. Otherwise, we're going to be back here in 3 or 4 years talking about what to do with the next 200,000 young people who were brought into this country illegally from 2018 to 2023.
All right, Senator Tom Cotton, thank you very much.
Tom Brokaw, Ronald Reagan.